Good afternoon, I'm Charmaine Colvin, and here's your weekly news update. You are listening to Apna Radio 93.9 Dublin South FM. Massive landslides in the southern state of Kerala have caused the deaths of around 160 people. More than 220 are still missing as rescue workers search under collapsed roofs and debris of destroyed houses for possible survivors. Thick torrents of mud and water swept through the region early Tuesday morning, destroying homes and uprooting trees. Heavy rains continue in the area, hampering rescue operations. The landslides are the worst disaster to affect Kerala since 2018, when floods killed more than 400 people. The devastating landslides took the villagers by surprise in an area which is surrounded by tea and cardamom estates. A local man said that he saw mud-covered bodies sitting on chairs and lying on beds in one of the houses. So far, around 3,000 people have been rescued and taken to 45 makeshift relief camps. Many plantation workers and migrant labourers are still missing from the affected area. Kerala's Chief Minister, Pinarayi Vijayan, said the region was not known to be prone to landslides and sleeping villagers were caught off guard, resulting in high numbers of casualties. Several MPs have raised the issue in Parliament, demanding that the landslides be declared a national disaster. Efforts have been complicated by heavy rains and the rugged terrain, which has hampered the rescue mission. Landslides have also destroyed key bridges connecting remote areas. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi is facing criticism for last week's budget, as middle-class swing voters complain about having to pay more taxes. This puts his party on the defensive ahead of polls in 3 states and a federal territory. The budget raised taxes on gains from retail investments in financial markets, left income tax rates untouched, despite talk that there would be relief, and removed some real estate tax benefits, leading to outrage among the middle class, which makes up about 30% of India's 1.42 billion people. While any possible losses in the regional polls will not affect Modi's position as Prime Minister, they would raise questions about his leadership and reputation of invincibility after the BJP failed to clinch a majority in the general election to the lower house of Parliament. Regional votes are important as they determine a party or alliance's strength in the upper house of Parliament. The middle class, roughly defined as those earning between €6,000 to €36,000 a year, is generally not ideologically attached to any party, but has favoured the BJP because of its largely pro-business stance. Many middle-class voters are disappointed because their tax expenditure will either largely remain the same or rise. According to a poll by the C Voter Survey Agency, the budget was the most unpopular presented since Modi came to power in 2014, scoring 4 out of 10 from 2,000 respondents. Political analysts say the middle class represents India's swing voters, and along with local issues, rural distress and high unemployment, their anger could hurt the BJP's chances in the state elections. An Indian teenager is now among a handful of people in the world to survive a rare brain-eating amoeba, partly due to his father coming across a public awareness campaign on social media. Afnan Yazim, aged 14, is thought to have become infected in June after he went for a swim in a local pond in the southern state of Kerala. His doctor said that the amoeba, called Naegleria fowleri, likely entered his body from the water that had been contaminated from it. Primary amoebic meningoencephalitis, PAM, the disease caused by the amoeba, has a mortality rate of 97%. According to the US Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, between 1971 and 2023, just 8 other people have survived the disease across 4 countries: Australia, US, Mexico and Pakistan. Medical experts say that timely treatment is key to curing the disease. The boy's father, M.K. Siddiqui, had read about the deadly brain-eating amoeba by chance on social media and rushed him to hospital where the disease was diagnosed within 24 hours of the onset of symptoms. Since 1965, around 400 cases of PAM have been reported around the world, while India has had fewer than 30 cases so far. However, just this year, 6 cases have been recorded in Kerala. Of those, 3 have died and 1 is in critical condition, while Apna has been discharged. The 6th person has also responded to treatment and is recovering. The drowning of 3 students in the basement of an exam coaching centre in India's capital Delhi has sparked anger and protests. The students, all in their 20s, died last Saturday night after getting trapped in the flooded basement where they were studying. Police have arrested 7 people, including the owner of the institute, and registered cases against them for causing death by negligence. The institute, Rao's IAS Study Circle, is one among several in the capital, where thousands of students enrolled to prepare for tough national exams. Since the incident, Delhi has sealed about a dozen coaching centres in the area for holding classes illegally in their basements. Saturday's incident has sparked a row between Delhi's governing Aam Aadmi Party and the BJP, who blame them for not carrying out desilting of drains and for the poor condition of the roads. And finally, an Indian labourer's fortunes have changed overnight after he found a massive diamond in a mine in the central state of Madhya Pradesh. The 19.22 carat diamond is expected to fetch around £74,000 in a government auction. Raju Gound has been leasing mines in Panna City for more than 10 years in the hope of finding a diamond. Mr. Gound plans to share the money between the 19 relatives who live with him. So that's all from me. Tune in next week for more news on Apna Radio 93.9 Dublin South FM.